Hey liebe Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Nightmare Frames für den PC. Im letzten Part haben wir mit ganz schön vielen Kulten und Sekten zu tun gehabt. Wir haben uns mit Sigma Omicron unterhalten, mit der Church of Mother Earth. Und sorry, wenn meine Stimme gerade übelst am Abkacken ist. Die Aufnahme des letzten Parts ist bei mir so 20, 30 Minuten her. Und falls ihr euch vielleicht erinnert, gegen Ende des letzten Parts haben wir eine Weile im Kino gesessen und mit Brian geredet. Und ich versuche, ja klar, ich bin kein professioneller Synchronsprecher und meine Stimmen sind wahrscheinlich die absolute Katastrophe, aber ich versuche trotzdem den Leuten eine möglichst einzigartige Stimme zu geben, von meinem geringen Repertoire irgendwas, damit alle nicht gleich klingen. Nur weibliche Stimmen sind für mich natürlich sehr schwer zu imitieren, gerade noch auf verschiedene Arten und Weisen. Aber die Stimme, die ich Brian gegeben habe, die ging ziemlich fies auf meine Stimmbänder. Die war nicht gut. Ich dachte, der spricht nur kurz, aber der hat dann sehr, sehr, sehr viel gesprochen und ich wollte dann natürlich bei der Stimme bleiben. Aber jetzt tut mein Hals echt ganz schön weh und ich fühle mich jetzt schon ein bisschen heißer. Daran merke ich, dass ich alt werde. Also wenn ich in dem Part wenn meine Stimme einfach verschwindet, dann wisst ihr, woran es liegt. Okay, und wir wissen jetzt, dass wir nach Serena bei Sacramento sollen. Und ich würde sagen, das machen wir doch jetzt. After dropping off all the items you no longer need, you walk through the door, hoping to find Edward Keller's film in Serena. As a fellow traveler, you get a giddy feeling of coming back empty-handed after turning down $2 million. True. Hey you, the one in the back. Wake up. Me? Who else? There's no one else left on the bus, end of the line. In the middle of nowhere? I already warned you that I was not gonna enter Serena. This is as close as I can get. At the bus station, they told me that the bus station keeps ignoring our complaints. We are sick and tired of telling them to stop selling tickets to Serena. What the hell? They should get rid of that stop. No one travels to Serena. Except for you, I don't know what business you have there, but if you want to come back with me to Sacramento, now's the time. No, that's not possible. In that case, your stop, sir. But your stop, sir. You're gonna leave me in the middle of nowhere during a storm? Serena's half a mile from here. What's your problem with Serena? Why don't you want to go there? Things happen there. What kind of stuff? The driver goes silent and you can tell by the look on his face that he's not gonna say anything else. Shit. Can I wait inside for the storm to pass? I have to go back to the station. I don't want to spend another minute here. What's in Serena that makes you so reluctant to drive there? Weren't you leaving? Why are you still standing here? Go to Serena, come back with me to Sacramento. Choose. If there's no other way, be careful there. Alright. Ab nach Serena. Shit. Shit. Ich wollte dem Busdriver gerade auch gerne eine coole Stimme geben, aber mein Hals ist wirklich am Absterben gerade. Das war nicht gut, was ich mit Brian da gemacht habe. Nicht gut. Ich werde alt, Leute. Oh nein, ich hab's aus Versehen weggedrückt. Your plan is to find a hostel to shelter you from the rain, but the whole town seems to be abandoned. Sieht aus wie Silent Hill, Leute. Wir sind jetzt Silent Hill angekommen. Yo, what the fuck? Freeze! What? Not a single step further or I'll blow your brains out on hands where I can see them. Oh shit. What the fuck? Busted. Neither the constant sound of rain on the roof nor the annoying musty smell have prevented you from sleeping relatively well, although nothing made you think the day before that you would end up in the cell of a police station in a godforsaken town. Aber hey, du hast ein Dach über dem Kopf gehabt über Nacht. Aber warum bin ich im Gefängnis? You can't reach it. What? The door was open. Without hesitation, you decide to leave the cell. You slam the cell door with the intention of never setting foot in one ever again. A layer of rust coats the metal stove, and the little door probably won't budge because of it. In any case, you don't need to open it. Kannst du dir trotzdem mal anschauen. The clothes in the basket are floating in a mixture of mold and water. You don't want to stick your head in there. Nope. The steps would not be able to support your weight due to their poor condition. It would be dangerous to climb on it. The washing machine door won't open. It doesn't matter much anyway, since the washer stopped working in 79. It's all useless. Was a hand lever press. You can use the press if you need to force something open, but it's missing the handle that turns the screw. Ich hab auch nichts dabei. Ja, dann gehe ich mal. Tschüss. Goldberg. The cell door was unlocked and I unlocked it. I called all the places you told me. Rescue Productions, Joe's Diner, Astounding Evacs. Your alibi is pretty solid. As far as I'm concerned, you weren't in Serena during the last few days. I already said so in my statement. I've never been here before. Yeah, of course, I have no doubts about that. As far as the law is concerned, you're a free man. I am sorry for giving you a hard time. Well, what's done is done. Oh, and by the way, I've been speaking with Elisa. Wait till the folks at Wade Creek hear about this. Great gal, isn't she? Very nice. By the way, I'm Police Chief Bowman, but you can call me Rick. Can I drop the formalities and call you Ellen? Sure, Mr. Grimes. Okay, Alan, how can I help you? Do you have any coffee? I need some. Of course, it's right next to the door. Help yourself. It's from yesterday, but I warmed it up in the radiator. What the fuck? Works for me. There's not a lot of luxuries in this police station. I try to spruce it up a bit every time I come here. As I was saying, sorry for the misunderstanding last night, but you gotta understand, 3 days ago a little girl went missing, Sarah Jordan, 14 years old. It doesn't seem likely that she ran away. The girl's a little slow. She had special needs, if you know what I mean. We swept the town and the surrounding areas. The fact that you, a complete stranger, showed up in the town in the middle of the night made you a suspect. Makes sense. No hard feelings, you were doing your job. I'm glad you feel that way. So, Alan, you mentioned a guy named Keller. That is what brought you to this town. Do you know Edward Keller? No. Last night was the first time I ever heard of him. You mentioned that he probably ended up in Serena. That's right. A reporter interviewed him in the early 1970s. That was a long time ago. He could be somewhere else. Probably, but it's the only lead I have on him. I can ask some questions around town about Keller or about that reporter. Someone should remember. It would be nice of you. Especially after I made you sleep in that dump back there. Yeah, the cells are a mess. I had to say it. Only the cells? The whole police station? What the hell? The whole town? Serena lost its municipal, what the fuck? Status, nein, das ist das denn für ein Wort, das habe ich noch nie gehört. Municipality. Was zur Hölle soll das heißen? Sowas wie Prosperity in die Richtung? Municipality. Municipality. Kommunalverwaltung. Oha. Now everything's managed from Wade Creek. I'm the chief of police there. I come here once a month to check that everything's okay. Except in the case of an emergency, of course, like what happened to poor Sarah Jordan. When I have a day off, I sometimes drop by to clean up a bit. Where can I find the former chief of police? You might know something about Keller. Marvin Floyd. He died 4 years ago. He left his position in the mid-70s. Poor Floyd spent his last year in a wheelchair. Last year, the Wade Creek City Council realized that Serena hadn't had a police chief for over a decade. And well, here I am. The guy who robbed me didn't want to come into Serena. Serena does not have much reputation around these parts, and it's not like its people are very welcoming either. It's not that. He looked scared. Yeah, well, nothing but misfortune has happened here since the town was founded. One of the worst tragedies to ever strike the town was the fire at the Clark Morgan High School. All the students perished in it. That's horrible. On top of that, the locals believe they see things. Although I'm not surprised that after all these folks have been through, they're a bit, off the rocker. I think it's also because of the water. The river has been polluted for decades, but they don't seem to care. What kind of things should the people in Serena think they see? I don't know. Visions or something like that. It's like they are on a permanent bad trip, you know. If you talk to them, they will try to convince you that they see ghosts. Don't play along. Are you done with the coffee? Yeah. Come closer, I need to ask you a favor. The search for Sarah Jordan concluded yesterday. There is no trace of her. I've managed to convince two guys from the town, Mike Reeves and Fred Munson, to do a new sweep. They don't want poor Sarah to meet the same fate as Mary Elizabeth Hellman, a girl who disappeared 10 years ago. Well, to the point, half an hour ago, Gordon Datchett, a guy who lives on the outskirts of town, called and said his dog had been killed. I have to take care of that, but Sarah Jordan is my priority. Could you go over to Daggett's house and see what that's all about? I'm not a cop, but I can make you deputy. What do you say? You just have to go there, listen to what he has to say, and take note of everything. And take a look at the corpse, too. That's all. Simple, huh? When the sweep is over, I'll talk to some of the locals and see if they know anything about Keller. Alright, I'll do it. Great. By the power vested in me, by the law. Nah, just kidding. There's a map in the info panel. I've marked Gordon Daggett's house for you. Well, I gotta go. The boys are waiting for me. By the way, grab that jacket there on the hanger. It was Chief Floyd's. It will come in handy. The weather's nasty out there. Nasty. Damn rain. Nice. Bulletin Board. Das ist die Karte. You have a map of Serena and their surrounding area. Kann ich mir die nicht angucken? Vielleicht, wenn ich rausgehe, so als World Map sozusagen. You set out to search the drawers on one by one in case there's any reference to Keller's name among the reports. This will take a while. Okay. Go ahead. Nothing. I wasted my time. Kann ich irgendwen anrufen? Vielleicht kann ich so zu Hause mit den Leuten reden.
This is Margaret speaking to you from Serena. Who would you like to call to, Chief?
I'm not the chief.
You are speaking from the Chief's office?
Yeah, but I'm not the chief.
Alright. Who would you like to talk to?
Boah, will ich mit den Leuten überhaupt reden? Ruskin Productions, Hollywood.
Chief Bowman called this morning. I think I have the number here. Yes, here it is. Just a moment, please.
Ruskin Productions, Pam speaking. Hi, Pam. Alan, Christopher's been trying to contact you, but he couldn't reach you. He wanted to suggest a scene for the second act. I'm not in LA right now. Where? Serena, near Sacramento. In search of inspiration? More like looking to change my luck. When are you coming back? Soon, I hope. That's fine with me, Alan. Use the time to clear your mind, okay? I'll certainly try. You need anything? No, I'm fine. And I'll let you go for now. Got a call on the other line. Take care. Warum hast du da dann angerufen? Aber ich rufe auch trotzdem einfach nochmal Joe Steiner an. Einfach so, weil warum nicht? Joe Steiner. Westburg not a Hollywood. I'm Karen. How can I help you? Do I always have to say that, Joe? Karen, it's Alan. Vicky isn't here, Alan. You wanted to talk to her, didn't you? Yes, actually. You miss her, huh? You two should fix things up. Anyway, she dropped by this morning to see if you were around. She's very happy with the shoot and wanted to thank you. Who is it? Alan. Give me the phone. Hey, yo, wasn't it enough leaving me without a waitress now, that you have to distract the only one I have left? Aren't you happy that Vicky has achieved her dream? In the movie where she has to show her boobs. Well, yes, I'm happy for her. But we're up to our ears in work, so don't sidetrack this stuff. Okay? I just wanted to blurt. Und dafür habe ich ein Achievement bekommen. Okay, Missing Person Poster. Oh, bist du... Ach ne, Mary Elizabeth Hellman. Oh, die andere. Missing Mary Elizabeth Hellman, 13 years old. Oh, die sieht aber älter aus. Sorry, 5'8", tall, brown eyes, black hair, red sweater, gray skirt. Last seen November 17, 1975. And Serena called 555-5032 to contact Chief Floyd or her parents at 555-3216. 555 übrigens sehr interessante Nummern. Naja, müssen wir jetzt nicht drüber reden. Okay, Watercooler. Box, was ist da drin? Look through the papers, Keller's name does not appear in any of them. Coffee maker, das reicht glaube ich auch. Okay. You should get a map of the area and something to... Ach so, ja, die Jacke, klar. Ziehen wir es an. Ooh, you take Chief Lloyd's jacket as recommended by Rick Bauman. It has a double lining and is made of leather, which will keep out the rain.
Yeah, guck, ich bin ja Policeman. Für Polizei, cool.
Öffnet sich dann jetzt die Karte? Nö. Oh, es ist windig. Ist nicht nur regnerisch, sondern sehr windig. Okay. Es sieht halt echt einfach aus wie Silent Hill. Übrigens, zum Zeitpunkt der Aufnahme ist das Silent Hill Remake noch nicht draußen, auch wenn das Let's Play dazu, wenn alles gut lief, wahrscheinlich schon längst lief. Daher, ja, ich beziehe mich auf das Original. Okay, interessante Karte, cooles Lied. Aha. Aber gut, gehen wir zu Gordon Daggett. Jo, coole Atmosphäre hier. Dog Bowl. Piece of bread. Ja gut, der Hund wird es nicht mehr brauchen, wenn er tot ist, ne? There's nothing inside except traces of hair and the occasional chicken bone. Gordon Daggett struggles with back pain and has difficulty wielding an axe to cut firewood, although he would certainly have no problem using it to threaten anyone who dared to snoop in his woodshed. Du kennst ihn auch noch gar nicht. Gordon Daggett would not be pleased if he took his axe. Ah, okay. Gut. Einmal durchs Fenster gucken. The dirt accumulated on the glass and the darkness inside the cabin makes it difficult for you to see clearly. Okay. Hi, Daggett. You hear a gun being cocked on the other side of the door. Welcome to America. Oh, shit. Yo. Take that, you motherfucking witch! What the fuck are you doing? Oh, you don't sound like a witch. That's because I'm not a witch. Who are you? I'm Alan Goldberg, I'm Bauman's deputy. Bauman has no deputy. He does now, goddanit. Alright. Get off the porch and stand in front of the house. I'm coming out. If this is a trick, I'll blow your head off, you goddamn witch! Jesus. You look like a man and dress like the deputy chief of police. Prove to me that you're not fucking with me, witch. You know what? I only came here to help, and I will not tolerate having a shotgun pointed at my face. I'm leaving. Wait. Did Chief Bowman really send you? Yes, damn it. And put the damn gun down. Okay, it's nothing personal. I just had to be sure. Let's get this over with. Bowman told me that. Bowman, huh? Why hasn't he come in person? You can't tell he's not one of us. He's looking for that girl. Sarah Jordan. The last remaining young person in Serena. God sure knows how to punish us. The chief should stop looking for her. She'll never show up. Like Mary Elizabeth Hellman. Anyway, come with me. Okay. Oh, god dang it. Good God, what's that smell? The river. You'll get used to it. All the Wade Creek factories used to dump their waste here years ago. They used Serena as a sewer. Do the townsfolk drink this water? Do we have a choice? Focus on what you come here for. There's Milo. She came out of those bushes on the other side and made her way through the rocks. Then she attacked Milo and began to eat him. Who? The witch, damn it. She was crawling on her belly like she was a snake. She only used her arms to move. Maybe your imagination was playing tricks on you. Maybe what you saw was... It was a witch. I saw her just like I'm seeing you. All right, calm down. I'll take a look at your dog's corpse and report back to Chief Bowman. Do what you have to do. I'm leaving. I don't want to be here in case that witch shows up again. Before you go, may I ask you something? Spit it out. Does the name Edward Keller sound familiar? The Hollywood guy. Yes, exactly. What about him? Is he still in town? I don't think so. He hasn't been seen for years. Did you get to know him? No, he didn't talk to anyone. Except that journalist who lived here at the time. I don't remember his name. Maybe Robert Saxon remembers. Ask him, he used to be friends with that guy. Where can I find him? Now? At the bridge. He's usually over there at this time. His wife hanged herself from it. He goes there every day. Huh. When you're done, let me know. I'll take Milo out of here and bury him. And tell Bowman to arm all the men in town. We must hunt down that infernal creature. Okay. This river should be declared a disaster zone. Ja, ich stimme zu. Before the state's water quality law was passed, Wade Creek dumped tons of chemical waste into the river, giving it the stench it has even to this day. Hi, Milo. Oh, gosh. Jesus Christ. The dog's belly has been cut open. You don't know much about canon anatomy, but you'd swear some organs are missing. The dog's belly has been cut open. Ja, okay. Irgendwas da drinnen. Jesus Christ. Ich versuche das alles hier abzu... Ding's nails. There's blood on his nails, which indicates that Milo tried to get away from his attacker. Die Schnauze. The muzzle is completely dislocated, as if the upper and lower jaw had been forced violently in opposite directions. Good lord. Stone. What strikes you the most about the whole scene is the stone. It appears to have been used to violently bash his skull in. You've finished examining the scene. Let Gordon Daggett know what he can. Know that he can now remove the dog from here. Was ist da hinten noch? Lots of freight trains pass through here every day. If you wait, you may see one go by. Passt schon, danke. Okay. Sagen wir mal Gordon schnell Bescheid, der jetzt erstmal ein Loch in seiner Tür hat. I've finished examining Milo. Thank you. I will prepare the stuff to bury him. Devil's Mountain. According to a local legend, several women accused of witchcraft escaped from Salem and found a place to settle down in Serena. When the people learned about this, they expelled them to Mount Anderson, where they devoted themselves to worshipping the devil. None of this could be proven, but anyone from Serena would defend this version to the death. Jesus. Ja, so ein amerikanisches Dörfchen halt, ne, wie man es kennt. Okay, gehen wir zur Brücke. Bin ich jetzt unter der Brücke? You seem to have lost your way trying to find a shortcut to the bridge. Oh, what the fuck? Going by their size and build, you deduce that the remains belong to a teenager. Maybe they belong to the missing girl that Bowman is looking for. The scorched body is missing its lower limbs. Perhaps they are among the smoking pieces that are scattered around. What the fuck? Hey! Freeze! Who are you? And why are you wearing Chief Floyd's jacket? Take it easy, boys. He's with me. Are you sure? Yeah, he's my new deputy. I need to talk to him. I know there has been no luck, but thank you very much for your help. We'll keep in touch. What are you doing here? Are you lost? I think I found the girl. Her corpse. What? Where? Here, come. What? Where is it, Ellen? It was here. That log? I swear. Never mind. You haven't been here for 24 hours and you're already seeing visions like the locals. I don't know, Rick. I thought that... It doesn't matter. We could not find the girl. Either the earth has swallowed her up or, most likely, someone has snatched her. I will issue a search warrant beyond Serena. I hope I'm wrong and she shows up somewhere, preferably alive. Have you talked to Daggett? Yeah. So, he said a witch appeared in the river and ate his dog. A witch, huh? Fuck. A girl's missing and this idiot wants me to deal with a witch feasting on his pooch. Obviously the part about the witch is hogwash, but there was a bloody stone next to the dog. I very much doubt that the dog hit his head on it and died. I think that someone used it to kill it. You know what I think? I think Daggett was the one who killed the mud. Why would he kill his own dog? If I knew what happens inside these people's head, I would become a shrink and make a fortune here. I don't know, Alan. Maybe the pooch was old and no longer useful to Daggett as a hunting dog. Maybe he was fed up with him, smashed his head in, and then felt remorse for what he did. To avoid admitting it, he makes up that witch story and comes busting my balls to get some extra attention. Case closed. Whatever you say, you're the expert. Let's move on to something more important. I've been talking to Mike and Fred about your stuff, the Keller thing. They have no idea, but Fred said that Father Adamson had some relationship with him. You could go and ask him. He has a lot of free time. No one in town goes to church. Not even Jesus drops by. Get it? Ha! By the way, where were you headed? To the bridge. Be careful in those woods. You wouldn't be the first one to get lost. We better get back to town. I'll show you a shorter way to the bridge. Okay. Dankeschön. Ach, da ist mein Kumpel. Du siehst ja schon wieder aus wie Brian. Respect Saxon's grief, Alan. Rocks. You can't reach a stuffed animal from the bridge. There's a small teddy bear trapped among the rocks. Very cute. You have no intention of disturbing the crow, although it wouldn't hurt if it stopped cawing so frequently. Hey, ist doch alles gut. Okay, hi Robert Saxon. Robert Saxon. Yeah. Gordon Daggett told me I would find you here. What do you need? Did you know a variety reporter who was in Serena some years ago? Sure. Bill Eastman. He was a friend of mine. Not many people from Los Angeles used to come to Serena. You're from Los Angeles too, right? How did you know that I'm from LA? The way you talk, I guess. Did he ever Daggett said you would come here every day. Yes, my wife. She hanged herself from this bridge. I'm sorry. She couldn't bear the death of our daughter, Nancy. May I ask how your daughter died? Forget it, pardon my impertinence. Don't worry. It's a pleasure to talk to someone from out of town, even if it is about this. People around here are not very prone to conversation. They're quite special. You're not from around here, huh? No, San Francisco. We wanted to change the scenery to live in a small town surrounded by nature. And we made the worst decision of our lives by moving to this damn town. My daughter Nancy died in the high school fire. I've heard about it. Serena's history is written in blood. There have always been misfortunes here, but what happened to the high school? They had a small basketball team. It wasn't even federated, but they brought in all the youth every Friday. When the fire started, most of the town was there. Parents, young people, children. Nancy. How did the fire happen? Were there any survivors? A gas leak, they said. The fire dilated the door of the gym and no one was able to open it. 80 people burned to death. There were no survivors. A real tragedy. I'm so sorry about your daughter. Kate suffered from severe depression. I couldn't do anything for her, and the only way out she saw was to... It's all right, I understand. I come here every day to mourn her death. I have no tears left, but I have nothing else to do in this damn town. Okay, Bill, did he ever mention Edward Keller's name to you? Yes, of course. That was the reason he ended up here. It had been a few months since Keller had moved into Serena when Bill arrived, with the intention of interviewing him. Keller turned him down several times until he finally budged. Do you know where I can find him? He married Florence, a local girl, and they moved to Wade Creek. He didn't want to go back to Los Angeles, let alone stay in Serena, although they didn't intend to go too far away either. Florence had a sister here. I haven't seen them since they left. They haven't shown up around town either, so I can't tell you exactly where he lives. By the way, what do you want with Bill? I'm looking for Keller. I think your friend might be able to give me some clue about where I can find him. Keller. A sinister fellow. He used to be seen walking around town, but we never knew where he lived. Do you think Bill might know? I hope so. Let's see. Bill used to write for the Serena Gazette, the closest thing to a newspaper we've ever had. I know that sometime later the publication was still receiving articles from him. His address might be in the Gazette's archive, if you can get to them. What do you mean? The Serena Gazette was edited in the basement below Stephen Talbot's repair shop. Many years ago, Fred Gunton, the tenant, got fed up with Talbot not paying the rent, so he threatened to kick him out. Talbot's answer was to take a bulldozer and tear down the repair shop. That's Serena for you. Sanity is a rare trade around these parts. The Gazette is still there under the debris. If you can get to it, you might be able to find Bill's address. Can you tell me something about Keller? What little I know is what Bill told me. Apparently he came here to shoot a movie, but we never saw any cameras or equipment. What happened to Keller? I have no idea. One day he was no longer here. He disappeared just as suddenly as he'd arrived. Can you tell me something about Keller? Oh, Moment, das hatten wir gerade schon. I must go. Take care. Okay. Wir haben natürlich noch mehr Anhaltspunkte, was gut ist. Da brauchen wir, glaube ich... Was passiert, wenn wir jetzt wieder... What the fuck? Eine Gans? Be careful, Alan. These animals usually have very strong beaks. Okay, it's yours. Willst du ein bisschen Brot? Good idea. But in addition to not wanting to get pecked feeding the goose, you want to keep it away from here. Right? Are you hungry? Help yourself. What the fuck? Was ist diese Box? Metal box. Through the rust that covers the metal, you can barely make out that it's a fishing instrument. Unfortunately, corrosion has sealed the lid shut, and no matter how hard you try, you will not be able to open it with your bare hands. Fuck off. Wo sind meine Scissors? Haben wir die da gelassen? God dang it. Kann mir Gordon da helfen? Oder Moment, vielleicht kann ich es mit der Axt aufspalten? Na, okay. Dann gehen wir erstmal zur Kirche. Ja, moin. Das ist eine interessante Kirche. The board is securely fastened to the window with 4 nails. It would be impossible for you to pry it open with your bare hands. Probably for the better. Father Adamson can't stand the constant banging of the window on storm days like these. Bulletin Board. Naja, hier haben wir sie wieder. Okay, hallo. Es ist sogar offen. Hallo, Vater. Welcome to the temple of Jesus Christ. Chief Bowman's deputy, I see. Yeah. And let me guess, you're not a believer either. Well, I only believe in Alfred Hitchcock and Martin Scorsese. You try to emphasize the joke with a smile, but stop yourself knowing that humor is not your strong suit, as Father Adamson is finding out. You've come to tell me that Sarah Jordan has turned up safe and sound, right? No such luck. God help us all. Chief Bowman moved heaven and earth to find that poor soul. Will you pray with me? We could use some extra help from up there to find Sarah. Maybe another time. Don't worry, I'm used to praying alone. With your permission, I will continue to do so. Eigentlich hätte ich ein paar Fragen, aber ich gucke mich erstmal kurz hier um. Inside the toolbox there's only an assortment of screws mixed with the sawdust. There's also a pair of pliers that you borrow with the intention of returning them later to Father Adamson. Guck mal, aber damit müsste ich das doch auf jeden Fall aufkriegen. You try to use the pliers to open the box, but all you manage to do is scratch it. Fuck, maybe you should use something more robust to open it. You remember seeing something in the cell at the police station that might help you. Oh ja, stimmt, die Presse. You read a psalm from a random page. Oh, bitte lass es Nummer 88 sein, weil Nummer 88 kenne ich aus dem Kopf. Nee, ist es nicht. Without much to say, I said to the man, Are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. Okay. The best-selling book of all time, although to be fair, it does have a 2,000-year head start on all other bestsellers. Yep, true. Okay. Father? Tag. I am glad to see someone walk through these doors after so many years. Although, unfortunately, not to pray. How may I help you? I've been told that you don't have many congregants. No, and it's been many years now. Aren't they religious in Serena? They were. Or they still are, I hope. But they don't go to church anymore. Why is that? I think there was a misunderstanding. You're new around here, but have you heard about the Clark Morgan High School fire? Yep, horrible. The worst tragedy we experienced in years. Serena has always been a very quiet town. It has never had any leisure activities except for basketball. People rooted for the high school team, and the Friday games were always a big event. That night, most of the town was there. Teenagers, grandparents, parents with small children. They all perished in the flames. I held a funeral for all those poor souls, and my words did not sit well with the relatives. In my lecture I said that we are all mourn such a loss, and that we should be proud because God had a plan for them. God's ways are inscrutable, aren't they? God wanted them at his side. Forgive me, Father, but it is pretty insensitive to say those words to a parent who has lost their child. Perhaps pedagogy is not your forte. Bless your ignorance, deputy. But that's how it happened. The people of Serena turned their backs on God. They refused to have anything to do with him or me. Have you tried to bring them back? Yes, of course, but I've made it worse. I suppose you've noticed that the church lacks an altar. It's hard not to notice. Ist mir noch nicht aufgefallen, aber wir waren auch noch nicht da drüben. My pleas for them to return to the church were answered with violence. They tried to burn down the church. Looks like they don't beat around the bush around here. A couple of times I have caught someone trying to burn or vandalize the altar. It's a piece of 17th century craftsmanship brought back from one of my trips to Europe. I can't risk losing it, that's why I keep it locked in the basement. It's not a good place for it, but there is no longer any use for it up here, unfortunately. I would like to talk to you about Edward Keller. Edward Keller. A peculiar guy, if I'm being honest. His time in Serena caused some commotion. Why? Someone from Hollywood arriving here with the intention of shooting a movie will always arouse passions in a town as quiet as this one. People went crazy. Everyone wanted to appear in the film or help in some way. but the shoot never took place. Unless he was shooting another kind of film, Keller was rarely seen without his little 60mm camera. I've been told that you had some kind of relationship with him. Not at first. I tried to convince him to come to Mass, but he wasn't a religious man, which I respect, and neither are you, but that doesn't stop us from having a nice chat. Keller was, so to speak, the complete opposite of you. From what I've heard, he didn't inspire much sympathy. A couple of months later he came to see me. He was dying. He wanted to be buried in Serena, and for me to take care of it. Keller died here? In Serena? Yes. His remains lie in a crypt inside the mausoleum at the Serena cemetery. God dang it. What did Keller die of? Cancer. That damn scourge. We talked about his burial for a week. The mausoleum has several empty crypts. He thought it was a perfect place for his body to rest eternally. He used to come see me daily with precise instructions such as the orientation of the tomb, or to insist that no one should have a copy of the key to the crypt. Very strange and specific requirements. Do you have a key to the crypt? I only know that he had a copy of the key, but who knows where it is. What was the reason for all these instructions? He was a man of very few words and concise answers. One day I went to ask him why he wanted to be so meticulous about his eternal rest. I never knew. I found his body on the floor. Where did he live? He occupied the former home of the Marsh family. It had been abandoned for almost a century. There is a road on the left to the entrance to the village. If you follow it to the end, you will find the house. Nice. He was not a believer, but he had a funeral and a Christian burial. That didn't matter to him. He just wanted his remains to rest in this town. No one came to his funeral. I tried to contact his relatives, but I couldn't find any. Thank you for your help. If I may ask, what interest do you have in Keller? Few people remember him anymore. Police matters? Yeah, something like that. So he didn't shoot a movie here? My guess is that if he always carried his camera with him, he must have shot something. But he didn't have a film crew with him. People, you know? The only thing I saw him do was film people with his little camera, and they were happy to oblige. Did they act? No, they simply stared at the camera in silence. I have no idea what he wanted that footage for. Thanks for your time. You're welcome, Deputy. As much as I enjoy talking to God, every once in a while it is good for me to talk to someone else. It's probably the purest, clearest water you've seen since you're in Serena. I keep it locked. I keep valuables in there, and I want to keep them safe. Ja, verständlich. Und hier ist kein Altar. Okay, ich würde noch mal ganz fix eine winzig kleine Sache machen, bevor wir den Part beenden. Und zwar würde ich diese Box mal schnell mit der Presse in der Police... Oh nein. I didn't take you for a religious man, Mr. Goldberg. Oh, fuck, I can't believe this. You followed me all the way here? I told you that Mr. Ross was not used to getting a no for an answer. Don't worry about me, I'm only here as an observer. Observer my ass. If I find Keller's film, you'll see to it that it doesn't make it to Helen's hands, won't you? Do not speculate. Mr. Ross only wants to look after his investment. Investment? Damn it, what investment? That film does not belong exclusively to you, Mr. Goldberg. What are you doing? What are you going to do when I get that film? Let me guess. You're gonna take it from me. And you will do it at gunpoint, won't you? This is not one of your movies, Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Ross might triple his offer when the time comes. That will be all. Bullshit. Believe whether you want, Mr. Goldberg. I'm gonna report you to the chief. I see you're dressed as a chief of police. Nice strategy. Everyone will be willing to offer their assistance to a law enforcement officer. Anyone, why would you report me? For harassment, goddammit. You haven't stopped doing it since Los Angeles. I'm just visiting this charming town. I don't believe I'm committing any crime. Don't get in my way. I can't help but notice a threatening tone in your words. You don't need to worry, I'm here to help. You wanna help, huh? Get out of my sight. Anyway, if you need help. If I don't need any help, least of all from you. One never knows, Mr. Goldberg. One never knows. Damn it. Good riddance, Alter. Fuck off. Du musst doch mal wissen, wann genug ist. So, jetzt mal ganz schnell. Ja, wir haben da noch 2 neue Orte. Aber ich will nur noch mal ganz kurz die Box aufbrechen, weil das interessiert mich doch einfach noch zu sehr, was da drin ist. Und dann muss ich auch den Part beenden. Ich werde heiser. Ich höre tatsächlich einfach gerade heiser. Aber ich habe schon einige Parts jetzt am Stück aufgenommen. Good idea, although the press is missing a levity. Oh, fuck off. Dann nicht. Dann nicht. Dann gehen wir jetzt als nächstes erstmal zur Krypta, würde ich sagen, und danach zum Marsh Family House. Aber wir gehen jetzt nur noch hin. Und mehr machen wir erst beim nächsten Mal. Nein, bitte kein Dialog. Ah, shit! You startled me. What are you doing here? I wanted to take a look at the cemetery. It's not possible. I just closed it. She doesn't want to leave today. Who? Her, damn it. Charlotte Wilkes. Who's Charlotte Wilkes? Thomas Wilkes' wife. She shows up at the mausoleum from time to time. I try to avoid her, but today she's been in there all day. Wait, you mean it's a ghost? Yes. I don't want to be responsible for any misfortune, so the cemetery will remain closed until further notice. But wouldn't it be possible? No, it's not possible, and something tells me that you're gonna try to get inside anyway, so I'm gonna stand guard outside the door so you don't get funny ideas. I have all day, is that clear? Okay. Dann beenden wir den Part doch beim Marsh Family House. Das ist doch wirklich ein schöner Punkt, um den Part zu beenden. Sieht doch wunderschön aus, könnte aus The Conjuring sein oder so. Liebe Leute, bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut und ciao, ciao.